Nice. I don't think I have anything like that with a smaller. I don't feel like. I don't think so. Do not. Do not worry. Do not worry. It will be fine. That's funny. Print one, just see how it comes out. Just to see. What? Again, terrible idea for plastic parts, especially like PLA. ETG, maybe. Some of the harder ones, maybe. But PLA would just smush itself to death almost instantaneous. Airplane, okay, fair enough. Oh, Star Wars cake toppers, cool. It's getting there. It's getting there. Grape and cherry tomato cutter. Flipper Zero. Oh, I saw some videos on that today. It was rough. Not gonna lie, it was rough. Oh, it's like my old. Yeah, I guarantee with all this fishing stuff popping up, some kind of fishing contest or entry or something. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. It's not getting purchased again. Not happening. A roast. A roast. Okay. Hose holder. Okay. Oh, cutaway. That's cool. That's hilarious. Oh, I want to do this one too. I definitely want to do that one. I'm gonna have a ton of coasters. Yeah, I'm gonna have a ton of coasters. I may have to design something to put the coasters on the wall. You know, and make it modular so it can grow. Ooh, the Saints. It's my home team. It used to be my home team. It's still my NFL team of choice. I get two on here. I can't. Oh, maybe this way because of the prime tower. All right, I could get two on there. That's fine. We'll save that one. Your sister's team. Oh, you're back. You're back. I hope the child is well. You left for the baby, and that was a while ago, and I was like, wait, I went and looked up the bobblehead. This is the bobblehead that was on Etsy. It's not actually a bobblehead. It's the 3D print file for the bobblehead. So it shows you how like I said, like a bicycle helmet. You've been listening? Okay. Well, but I didn't know if you saw it. So I waited patiently for your return so I could show you what I was talking about saying. Because I really think this may become part of my future. Just saying. Ah, I think it would be fun. I think it would be fun. Yeah, I didn't see that. It's cool, right? Like and again, $11, whatever for the file. You can make everything else work. You know, do a lot of that. Probably print a big, a big 3D thumb. A big oversized 3D thumb. Or some of them other quirky emote things that they have. So that's gonna be thought process for the future for sure. It's gonna be in there. Let me get rid of these spares. They're not gonna work for mine. But this will. Like I may have to make a save it as a mini. Let me save it as a that we all know. I'll let it save. That's fine. I can always find it. I can always find it again if need be. Rotary engine keychain spinner. Those are so funny. Do it, right? Just do it. Giant one. Some people's definition of giant are two different things, but let's see. We'll check it anyway. No, that's pretty big. I'll agree. That's pretty big. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'll give them that one. Because sometimes they'll say giant, and it's like, well, this is not giant, or it'll be like this. I'm like, that's not giant. That's giant. There we go. Indeed. Yeah, see, there's another tackle box entry. So I didn't read the front page stuff today. I want it. You can go get it. I mean, these are the free files. You know me, I like free 90 free. Free 90 free is for me, and if they're free, I might as well take 3. Yes, me too, right? I mean, it just makes sense to me. That's all. It just makes the sense. Oh, multi-grid. I'd really like to get the big one sorted because the big one will also print TPU very nicely. I attempted, and I have some TPU that's 8 years old, 10 years old, or whatever. So it'll likely have to be very well dried out for it to even work, if it's still good enough to work. But I was watching some people do some TPU stuff like phone cases, Crocs, you know, all sorts of neat little things. And I mean that printer there should do it. So I may attempt. I have an old model when I was modeling my Baymax. I used a set of plans that was for a Warhammer build that made articulated hands. Well, I had found another model from a French, like a French puppeteer or whatever. He made this hand. He modeled this hand, and the hand had holes to go throughout where the finger joints would be. And when you pulled on the strings, it would do that. And I wanted to print it out, like I wanted to print it out of TPU because then you could very easily have a hand that looked natural because it would have that roundness to it, that round play to it a little bit. But then you could pull on some strings and make the digits move. That was the thought. That was the thought. Oh, a mini oogie boogie. Yes. And again, I still have that file. I transferred all my files that I kept from years ago. I still have that file, and again, it's a neat file, and I think it would be fun to print. But you can't. I don't think it would work in PLA because I don't think it would. I don't think you'd get the flex back. That's the main thing. Like when I did my Warhammer hands for Baymax, they were rubber banded on the inside, and they're rubber banded for flex. So, you know, you bring them in, the rubber band stretch to bring them back. It's to pull them tight kind of thing. So your rubber bands are stretched on the backside this way, so that when you curl them and then let them go, they pull back. The thumb didn't really have a function. You made four ringlets for the fingers, so you would pull them shut, and then when you let go, rubber bands on the backside would pull them back open. And that's how the whole system was set up. So we'll see. See. Yeah, I did a lot of research when I was doing Baymax, and I would feel so much better printing. It was four, so four, like 40 individual shells to make the fingers. Like I would reprint them on this. I would reprint them on this in a heartbeat. 40 pieces to make up the shells. And then because if I printed them, at least if I printed them on this, they would be scaled to the point where I think they would uh, fit together nicely, which mine were not. I had so many modifications. It was a hot mess. And that was for cosplay. That was a legit cosplay thing with the I wanted the big robot sized, like I wanted the big robot sized hands. I wanted the oversized look of the way the hands uh did the thing, right? There we go. So that was the, so that was, I had it attached to my forearm, and I had it on a piece of plexi out extended past my fingers where I could get my hands on the rings. We made oversized. Actually, I just cut pieces of PVC, made oversized rings to grab onto to do that. And again, all I wanted was that look of just moving the fingers, and it worked. It did that. It did fine. It worked out well. You know, it worked out, but it was rough. I think it would have worked better. I think I could have made it work better if I could have done it in the thought that I had in my head for the TPU. I think it would have worked. I mean, I don't know that for sure, but I think it would have worked. A mouse lure. Okay, all right. Mouse lure it is. Ooh, I have remotes like that. I just keep them in the drawer. I truly do. I leave them in the drawer. I don't care. I don't care at all. I give tiddlywinks about it. Completely. Oh, that's hilarious. That is so funny. A little Hot Wheels, past, present, and future, walked into a bar. It was tense. That is adorable cute, though. That is funny. That is hilarious. And he has a lift for his RC car? Nice. That's cool. I kinda like that. I think that's kinda neat. I think that's kinda neat. The kids, they're not playing with they're not playing with Matchbox cars to that level yet. Like, they're not playing the cars are just right now, the cars are just there. Sometimes they're cars, sometimes they're projectiles, sometimes they're baseballs. It kinda, it they're not there yet. It's not part of the it's not part of the world yet, you know? They smash them. I 2 boys, right? Brothers, 2 boys. Uh, little man is 6, little big man is 2, 2 and some change now, and little big man, hence the name, little big man, is gonna catch up to his 6-year-old brother very soon, very shortly. And I emphasize all the time, I tell him, I'm like, "Dude, you keep treating your brother badly, and he is gonna be bigger than you shortly. He's gonna put you on your behind. It's gonna happen. You're not gonna listen, but it's gonna happen." So, we'll see. But they're rough and tumble boys, so everything is psh, 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 everything. Everything is pew pew pew. Everything. Doesn't matter what it is. Oh, that is so nasty. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, that is nasty. That will not be purchased again, I promise. That is not happening. All right, let's see. I don't think I kind of ventured this far down in just for venturing purposes. We just kind of been browsing. This is what I do on Netflix. This is why I hate Netflix. I'll go on to Netflix and I'll start looking at the titles and I'll start reading the descriptions. I'll start seeing what I want to watch, and I'll get some maybes on board, and then I keep on keeping on, or I'll put a couple in my list. I'll put a couple in the queue, and I just keep on keeping on. That's what we did today. We've just been kind of keep on keeping on. Like it's just been like we've just been working our way down the page. Nothing spectacular. Nothing, nothing too crazy. Oh, my coaster's finished at least. At least. Easy phone holder. That's funny. Okay. Get that. I should do that for my neighbor. Although he's got one of them. He does like the ring he's got on the phone. He does like that. Is that a lock? Sometimes you have to cross the. Sometimes you have to cross the language barrier as well. Is it a lock? I don't know what it is. I feel like it's a lock though. Like I feel like it's a. I feel like it would open to be unlocked. Yeah, there we go. So that way it would, and then that would open. Then you shift it, turn, and then it closes and it would lock. Okay, okay. A latch or a lock, depending on what side of the door you're on. I reckon make it a latch or a lock. That makes sense. And not that it would be super sturdy or secure, because it is just plastic. It is just plastic. I get it. Indeed. So that's understandable. Ooh, rusted logo light box. Yeah, I'm kind of like it. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Interesting. And when it's lit, it looks real good. Well, I like that. Colors of the logo only pop if the room is dark enough. Two parts snap into place with a little pressure. No glue is needed. There's a keyhole slot at the back for easy wall. Uses the PLA CMYK lithophane bundle from Bamboo. Okay. Okay. Well, that's cool. That's cool. So yeah, during the day it wouldn't look at like much at all, I'm sure. I'm fairly certain during the day it would be blasé like that, right? Oh, but at night. It's amazing how they do that with the colors though. Like to me that is just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yep. I mean, I uh, it's in boxes back there. I'm gonna try to remember for next week. I'll pull out some of the lithophane ones that I did in the past because they're not new. Not by and matter of fact, everybody makes this fuss about it. I'm pretty sure when I did them, I'm pretty sure I didn't get special filament. I don't feel like I did. And if I did, all I had was a translucent white. It wasn't it wasn't nothing super fancy. I promise you that. And then there's a website. Maybe I'll have to look and see because we could do a whole night on lithophane stuff. It's amazing. It's basically it prints a negative is what happens. So it prints the negative. It prints the negative, and then you backlight it, and you can see the picture. All the ones I did, and like color wasn't even an option. All the ones that I did when we were doing it, it was just black and white, but it was a negative, so they were reversed. Dark was super light, and then light was super dark, and then when you hit the light behind it, just like a picture, you light it up, and it would work. And it's a very cool. It's a really cool, neat thing. And like I said, I had one. I basically did I did one of the Harry Potter lights on printables. Nice. And you used regular filament though, right? Like nothing, or you didn't use special filament. Or are you talking about just one of the light boxes? Because the lithophane stuff is a little. That's a little light box. Okay, yeah. The lithophane stuff is it's making a picture. It's taking your picture, and then it's creating the relief of light and dark based on how much plastic it lays down. So if it needs darker, it puts more plastic. If it needs lighter, it puts less plastic. And they're really neat. And it's all math. There's a program. There's a program that yeah. See, like this is the kind of this is the picture. You can do a box, which box wasn't an option back in the day. I mean, because the box is way cool. Program these nuts, possibly. Yeah, this is more like what I was used to. Because it's just it's literally just it's a negative. It's a negative, is what it is. Yeah. So there's different ones. I made one similar to this one. Made one similar to that. I did one half round on one side, one half round on the other, and then a flat top, and then I just stuck it over like I had taken apart a lantern, a LED lantern, and put it over top of that, and they come out so nice. It's definitely different. I mean, it's definitely different. Andy made you one for your logo. It's cool. See, that's a good idea too. If a logo is too and it glows in the dark, nice. If doing a logo, like if a logo is too complicated in nature, doing it as a lithophane and then having a backlight on it would probably work. That would probably work too. Although I'm getting better at the logos. Although I think I'm going to try to start making them flat instead of depth. I think flat makes more sense. I don't know. I'm all over the map on that one. I'll have a different opinion tomorrow. Then I'll have a different opinion again on Thursday. Use the light behind it. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, without a doubt. I love them. I think they're great. I think they're fantastic. Like I said, I have some that I did ages ago that are. I think they're in that box right there, but I'm not gonna. I wouldn't bet money on it. Wouldn't bet money on it, but I think they're in that box right there. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Speaking of light boxes, there's a nice one. And like the parts to do the light aspect of a light box is so much easier today than it used to be too. Because you used to have issue just trying to find something that you could use to make a light box, whereas today you can do, you can just do, Dollar Tree or Five Below, whatever Five Below student LED lamp. Take that all the way apart, except for the little hockey puck headpiece, and you'd still spent less. You'd spent less than. Uh, sorry, I had to step away. Andy got a mean old blister, and I had to wrap it so he could shower. Then I'll step away again when he's out, so I can wrap it for work today. Ooh, ouchie. That's no bueno. Ouch. But yeah, I do like I resource and resupply a lot of things because there's no sense in trying to outsource an individual light or a USB light to put on something. Like if you were going to make a lithophane and you needed a light for it, there's no sense in like trying to outsource it for something crazy. I just go and I'll dismantle and then repurpose, or if I have to, I can even make a little case because I have a printer. I can make a case, for the light, and then you can do it that way. They do have light kits. A lot of maker places have little light kits that you can use, but you'll spend as much money on that or more getting one of those than you would if you went to like Pop Shelf or Dollar Tree, which Dollar Tree's a hit or miss now, and a lot of them are closing because they just can't keep up. Uh, New picks for work, so the rubber on the handle got them really good last night. Oh no, that's terrible. Ugh. That's terrible, terrible. I tell you, terrible. Dollar Tree is it really is. It's hit or miss, but you can like sometimes you can go into Dollar Tree and they'll have a like a double A battery operated lantern, right? Pick it up, it turns on, push it down, it turns off. You take the body off of that, you add a switch, and then you can create the light source for a lithophane. I prefer Five Below now. I love Five Below. I think they do a really good job. I think some of their stuff is a little bit out of reach for the store, like because they'll like ours will have in like they'll bring in something and it'll be whatever $45, and I'm like, they ain't no kids